Cockaloon.
WIOD, the Neil Rogers Show.
My name is Billy Ray. I'm the hottest out today. I wear my blue jeans tied around my thighs. Oh! So all you girls out there can toss your underwear. Then you can undress me with your eyes. You can love my buns, the patriotic ones. I've got this little flag here on my jeans. You can love my hair, I grew it down to there. I'll tell you all exactly what it means. I'm just another hunk, a funky country hunk. I like to play guitar and sing my songs. I ain't no Gothic Clint, but right now I'm in like Flint. Enjoy the ride, next week I could be gone. It started out with Elvis. He used to shake his pelvis and make the little girls squeal and squirm. Now when I sing and dance in these 10-gallon pants, they say, boy, they're growing big out on the farm. I'm just another hunk, a funky country hunk, like Yoakum, Jackson, Travis, Strait, and Tritt. I'll keep on breaking hearts, just keep me on the charts, until you all are finally sick of it.
1207 at WIOD. 2 open lines at Dade. Anybody out there in Dade speaking English? 751-9463. I'm still very concerned about how come Rick and Suds were getting calls about my gallbladder and what it looked like and what was in it and what they did with it and that they were having it for dinner that night. And I can't seem to get like any inside information here. Here's a lady mobile.
Well, hi, Neil.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I wanted to welcome you back.
Uh-huh.
And, but I don't want to talk about your gallbladder
Good.
anymore.
We're sick and tired of that damn disgusting, gross thing.
I want to talk about the Braves. I'm your emotional Braves fan.
While you're doing it.
You bet you're, well,
all those Reds fans who are getting so cocky and so confident right now, they better look over their shoulder because the Braves have moved into perfect position now. They're just poised for the kill.
Yeah, I just hope we can do it.
You'll do it.
You know, in the past, it used to be being a Braves fan was a lot like having gallbladder disease. You know, it's excruciatingly painful.
Like being a Cubs fan.
So watch them. Yeah, so like being a Cubs fan for years and years, and now we're exacting our revenge on the rest of the National League West.
Well, let me just say this to you: the Braves haven't won in a long time, but the Cubs haven't won a pennant since 1945.
I know. Listen,
1945,
nothing
47
would
years.
please me more than to see the Braves and the Cubs playing for the National League.
Right. Take a deep breath right now, and I'll let you know when to exhale.
No. I wanted to ask one other thing. Actually, 2 other things. One is, why do they say 50% chance of rain when that only means it's a 50% chance of rain that it's going to be raining on your head at that given moment? I mean, if you look outside today, there's a 100% chance of rain. It's just a question of whether you're going to be in it at any given time.
Because they recorded it 7 hours ago, that's why.
And the only other thing, I hope he's listening, I wanted to say, Michael Kaufman, you are a world-class butt-sucking dish rag. Douchebag.
Okay.
All right?
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye. God. 1209 at WIOD. We have an open line in Broward, 524 WIOD. Pompano.
I got an answer for the bitch that just called about the Braves. The Reds are going to dominate.
Yeah, right.
That's not why I called.
Okay.
Well, you have no room to talk. The Cubs are...
What do you mean I have no room to talk, sir? We're like 1 game out of second place. We're ahead of those pathetic Mets. We've won 5 in a row. We're smoking it, man. We're smoking the ivy right off the outfield walls.
Ahead of the Mets. Let's think about that for a
That's
second.
all we care about. Don't you understand? A Cubs fan at this point, we don't think about winning it. All we care about is if we could finish ahead of the Mets, even by 1,000th of a point like we did last year, that makes it all worthwhile. It's worth showing up for.
Did you see Sandberg get nailed to plate yesterday?
Yeah.
He is slow. But anyway, that's not why I called.
I'll tell you one thing. He's sure worth $7 million, ain't he? Not. God, he's making me sick this year. Every time he comes up with a runner at third and less than 2 out, he pops out or strikes out.
He can't hit the fly ball.
$7 million man. He can't even hit the ball out of the infield.
But this isn't his time of year yet.
No, that's right. That's right. Once we're 30 games out and it gets into the late September, man, he gets smoking.
That's right.
We got one player besides Dawson. We got one player, and that's Mark Grace, who's hitting about 320, and we did everything under the sun. We tried desperately to get rid of him because he didn't fit in. He's too good for us.
Yeah. The reason I called is that little tape that the guy played right before the top of the hour. That was Joe Pesci from JFK. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, right.
When he was right before he blew his brains out, or however he...
Do you know that Joe Pesci was in Once Upon a Time in America?
Yeah, well, you know that I found out on Channel 7's commercial yesterday when I saw that commercial.
That's how I found out.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't either, and I've got it on tape, and I've seen it about 10 times.
That's a pretty good movie.
And if you see that about 10 times, that's about 20 weeks out of your life, because that thing goes on forever.
I saw The Godfather 3 for the first time this weekend.
Really?
It was fantastic.
Oh, here's a guy who finally is... see, you waited long enough. I'm happy you waited. You didn't do like all these other people who rushed into the theater or to their video store so they could compare it to 1 and 2. You just watched it based on its own merits, like separately standing, and it's great.
It's exactly... As a matter of fact, the girl that I saw them with had not seen either the first one or the second one. I don't know where she's been, but she hadn't seen any of the Godfather movies, and we rented that and watched it. That was Saturday. The next day, we ran out, and she had to see Godfather. She couldn't wait.
Yeah. And what happened?
She loved that, too, but I mean, I thought I lost you there for a second.
No, I just thought that there had to be more to the story than that.
No, that was it. I mean, what more can you say? She loved the movie, and that was it.
I wept. Why did I weep? She wasn't the light of my life.
Yeah.
Suspended sentence. Anyway,
Buonasera.
Can you play Dirty Harry Carey for my friend Rick Taylor, who's a douchebag?
Sure.
Thank you.
Good job. I like the way you did that. See, notice that? That was very good. Man, that was artfully done. Here's a guy who actually gave a little bit of thought before he picked up the phone and called willy-nilly. We have an open line in the center square, willy-nilly, in the center square at 524 WIOD. Recently, John H., as in hemorrhoid, had a morning to remember. John got dressed for work and went to the local donut shop to get a cup of coffee for his wife. What a nice guy, right? And also not so smart, maybe, because John returned home and left his brand-new Acura Legend running in the driveway while he ran in to give it to his wife, the coffee, that is. In his haste, John spilled the coffee on the kitchen floor and quickly cleaned it up, taking a few seconds. He was in the house a total of about 3 minutes. In that time, his beautiful Acura had vanished. Stolen, gone, adios, arrivederci. John called the police, who activated the LoJack in his car at 8:35 in the a.m. At 10:05, only 90 minutes later, the Acura was tracked by police using LoJack and recovered with 0 damage. So do what John did. Get your wife coffee every day and make sure you have LoJack. Or just to hell with your wife and get the LoJack instead. Ask your new car dealer to have LoJack installed on your car, or to get all the information, call our good old buddy Elaine. She'll be more than happy to give you all the straight dope. Call toll-free 1-800-535-6522, 1-800-535-6522. Check it out, LoJack, the only security system that offers total protection, prevention, and recovery.
There's plenty of baseball action this weekend right here. Join us Saturday and Sunday for the best American and National League games.
Esta es el show de la mañana con Neil Rogers. Esta es su cerebro. ¿Tienes preguntas?
That really frosts my ass a little bit.
Harry Carey? Well, how come I put that cart in the machine, huh? Must be my triple vision from the operation.
He's back, and he's stalking a psycho who wants to make the Chicago Cubs pennant contenders. Clint Eastwood is Dirty Harry Carey.
Hello, everybody. This is Harry Carey with Steve Stone, and the Cubs are getting the beat out of them today.
Clint Eastwood gives a Hall of Fame performance as the legendary Cubs broadcaster. There's action.
The pitch. Strike at the... He's through that ball right past Clark.
Suspense.
It might be. It could be. It is a home run.
Romance.
Oh, look at the on that broad, Steve. Holy cow.
Clint Eastwood is Dirty Harry Carey. Coming to a theater near you.
I think your radio station is very crappy.
1217 at WIOD, and let's go to Aventura. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Neil, welcome back. And did they put a sign up in front of the building when you came home from the upper house?
Oh, yeah, right, sure.
They did?
No.
I called them every day that said...
They got the Weekend magazine. They got the Weekend magazine with Fat Chuck Meyer been out there. That thing's been up there for 2 weeks in a row now. You don't think they're going to say, welcome back, Neil, or Neil Rogers returns today, or any... No. God. They're oblivious. Don't you understand? They hate me like poison. They hate me like death.
Did you read yesterday in USA
They wish
Today?
that I would just die some horrendous, grotesque death and get out of their lives because I make them feel insufficient because they know that they're morons and they haven't got a clue as to anything that they're doing.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Did you read USA Today yesterday on Howard Stern with his deals with the millions and millions?
It's amazing, isn't it? And also, Infinity just signed Imus for $3 million a year for the next 3 years.
Oh, God.
$3 million a year. How do you like that?
3 million, and it's gone up. A lot of cities are bidding for him now.
Right.
He'll be up to about 20, 30 million a year.
Now, what the hell have we got here, man? We got free meals from Wayne Arnold's, thank God. That's about all we get.
And don't forget Flora's Pizza.
Right.
And I just want to say, you know, everyone knew after Chicago won that was going to happen, but they do nothing about it. And, I almost lost my father on one of those deals when Lewis knocked out Schmeling in that 1 minute in the first round.
Yeah.
He happened to be driving through Harlem. They grabbed that car, and they were looking to turn over the car and just kill him. Luckily, he got out of it.
Huh.
They do that every time. My God. It doesn't happen in New York. It didn't happen here when the Dolphins won. Why does it the guy have to say it has to happen?
Ask Dick Daly. He's got a good answer for you.
Yeah, it's just the punks are looking for the opportunity to...
Yeah. Well, listen, have a great life.
You too.
See ya. Sounds a little depressed. See, the thing you got to do is you just got to pretend that none of it's really happening. You have to live in la-la land. Just take a lot of good general anesthesia and escape. Open line in Dade, 751 WIOD. Here's a lady in North Miami on a Broward line.
Hi, Neil.
Hi.
How do you feel?
I feel fine.
Are you still black and blue?
Of course. It doesn't go away in one day.
It takes about 3 months.
3 months?
Yep.
Woo!
My dad was in for heart surgery. And
3 months? Fair.
Yeah? I hope you're feeling better. I need to use your airway to call someone a very big douchebag.
A what?
Very, very big douchebag.
Yeah.
Because I just got fired. And it was absolutely no. They didn't even tell me. They just called me in the afternoon and said, you're out. Goodbye. So everybody at Florida Smoke Fish, Harvey, you are the biggest douchebag. Neil, not you, Neil. Neil, at Florida, you are a douchebag. And Shelley, I hope you get yours.
Oh! Okay.
Bye.
See ya. Well, I guess she said her piece, okay? She said, smoke this. Or something like that. This cigar made me sick, by the way. Don't give me any more of those cheap... Don't give me any cigars. I'm not smoking cigars anymore. Seriously, it's a disgusting, filthy habit. What does it accomplish? Okay? What does it do? Do I need an oral pacifier? If I need that, I'll suck my thumb, okay, if I need an oral pacifier. Or maybe we'll just bring some guest in to sit in the studio all day.
No, God.
Right. Cigars are like, you see, and he's sitting in there puffing on one, as I said. They're disgusting, and they're gross, and they pollute the air, and they give you a sick headache, and they make you feel like nauseous inside. I already got through 10 days of nausea. I don't want to feel nauseous inside again. I'm tired of nausea, okay? If you got it, I don't want any more nausea. Ooh, just even to look at that damn thing. It looks like a huge elephant thing. God. Looks like something my dog left in the backyard this morning. Anyway, yesterday, it's 21 past noon, by the way, for those who keep track. Yesterday, we kind of left off, remember, in midstream, asking toward the end of the show about the Outback Steakhouse and what was really going on. Well, you got to understand that things move very slowly here at WIOD. And here it is the next day, and we finally got our act together. I was right. I just made a wild guess, and I was right. The Outback Steakhouse, now ordinarily, all of you fans of Outback know that they're open for dinner only, but On certain special holidays, they open for lunch and dinner. Like Father's Day, this coming Sunday, June 21, they'll be opening at noon, and a chance for you to take Dad out for a fantastic feast on Father's Day at the Outback Steakhouse for some of that fantastic, the best in the world, that spicy, delicious, thick walkabout soup, and the bloomin' onion and all those other great appetizers. And all your favorites, hot off the Barbie in a laid-back festive atmosphere, the tenderest steaks, prime rib, chicken and ribs on the Barbie, pasta, seafood, grilled fish, and phenomenal desserts like the incredible Chocolate Thunder from Down Under. And there's something for the kids, too. New kids' activity books, which is sure to keep everybody entertained, is what it says if you have the mind of a child. Shoot through to the Outback this Father's Day, starting at 12 noon, open all day for lunch and dinner, just for Dad and the whole family. And you'll find Outbacks all over the place now. They're in Kendall in the Town and Country Center, West Flagler Street in the Flagler Park Plaza, Southwest 89th Place in Briar Bay, on Northeast 163rd Street in Sunny Isles, Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines, Riverside Drive in Coral Springs, North Pine Island in Jacaranda Square in Plantation, and Southwest 18th Street in Boca. They're all over the place because everybody loves the Outback, and Dad will for sure this Sunday.
News Talk Radio 610 WIOD with Mike in the morning.
Yeah. Ranieri here, inviting you to join us for our Wednesday Over the Hump Day. From 5:30 to 10 o'clock, we'll have an all-new telepoll question. We'll have a mystery record. We'll have the office challenge. We've got Henry Barrow in the WIOD News Center.
And we'll be keeping you up to date on the new Boris Yeltsin situation with POW.
Yeah. And, of course, we watch all the traffic and the sports and all kind of good stuff.
All of that?
All we need is you between 5.
News Talk Radio 610.
That's Ooga Mooga.
WIOD with Mike in the morning. Talk Radio 610 WIOD.
What? What was that? Can I ask you a question? What was that we just had on? You want to play that card again? The one that said Weekend Magazine with Chuck Meyer. What was that?
It was a rejoin.
But what is play it again.
I can. They're all on a bunch of...
Oh, what does that have to do with anything? The Weekend Magazine with Chuck Meyer. This is Tuesday. It's not bad enough he's got the damn billboard out there in front for 2 weeks, okay? We're running promos on Tuesday for Fat Chuck Meyer. Somebody's got to do something about him, by the way. Did you see him the other day? He came in here. I forget what I was talking about, and he was, like, sweating profusely. I said, what's wrong with you? Are you sick? He said, oh, no, I just ran up and down the stairs a couple of times. He was sweating like Porky Pig in hell. I mean, the sweat was just pouring down that porker, man. It was just incredible. God, I'm serious. Somebody's going to have to save that child. Jupiter on the star line. Hello? Hello? Okay. Starline's open, just in case you wondered. At Star IOD. Let's go to Fort Lauderdale, okay? Boy, what a voice. What a sound, okay, sir? Did that come from, like, the bowels of your insides, like where your brain is vegetating at the moment? Give me a break. We got an open line in Broward, 524 WIOD. Miami Lakes, hello.
Neil?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Great.
Did you get the bill yet?
No.
That's the bad
There's
news.
no such thing as the bill.
Well,
bills, from what I understand, and every other experience I've ever had, they come like pouring in like on a daily basis, just from people who've never been invented yet.
Just from the hospital. My mother was recently in, and she received the bill, and I went over the itemized charges.
Yeah.
5 ounces of Cepacol, $8.90.
Oh, not bad.
Cloth slippers, $12.80.
Well, I didn't even get any slippers, damn it.
No, she didn't get half the stuff that's on there. Everything is inflated like 1,000%.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who the hell can we call or do something about this?
Oh, who can we? Sir, are you in a dream world? Are you in La La Land?
Well,
who can we
after
call
looking
to
at that
do
bill, I'm
something
delirious.
about this? Oh, God, you must be hyper something.
Well, you know, I pay my insurance and I pay my taxes and everything, and I'm tired of subsidizing everything for everybody else.
Get used to it. Just sit back and enjoy it.
The other thing is, my wife got a ticket the other day.
Yeah.
in one of the locales that you used to live in, wonderful Pembroke Pines, where the police can't find your house if you call them.
Yeah.
They can't find your house if you call them, but they sure as hell can.
Well, Pembroke Pines, that's their like number one industry for the cops over there is writing tickets.
It's
Taft and hiatus, and that's
Johnson.
Yeah.
And hiding around the corner on the new road that goes through finally, and he nailed her. And I tell her, ticket defense team, and she's fighting with me. She don't want to do it.
Why not?
You tell me. I'm gonna have to get violent. She won't do it.
How can you go wrong?
I don't know. I've been trying to explain to her. She feels remorse.
Guaranteed, no point. She feels remorse?
I swear to God.
What a dumbo. God.
Hey,
as Dan Quayle would say, D-U-M-B-O-E.
Just because she's blonde now, you shouldn't pick on her.
Okay. And dumb.
Neil, I'm glad to see you're feeling better, and I'm serious what you say about the bill, though. It's out of hand. It's getting crazy.
It's ridiculous. It's insane. I can can imagine when I get the itemized bill, those Percocets they were giving me, they're probably like $20 a piece.
Yeah, the narcotics are very expensive.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
Neil, I have a request, if you would, please.
Is this like a never-ending call? I just get the feeling I'm like locked in my hospital room again, and I'm never going to get out.
Neil.
What do you want?
I want to hear Larry Lujak, country song titles.
No problem.
Thank you, sir.
Say goodbye.
Get better.
Adios. See ya. 12:30 at WIOD. We have an open line in Dade, 751. Let's go to beautiful Kendall. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got out of hospital alive.
Yeah.
By the way, yesterday you had Henry Rothblatt. You mentioned his name.
Yeah, I had Henry on yesterday. Not feeling too good.
Is it possible
he's been dead for several years.
A number of years ago, you had Henry Rothblatt. Doctor. You had Henry Rothblatt as a guest.
Many about 400
with a medical
times.
doctor.
What?
You had Henry Rothblatt debating with a medical doctor.
Yeah.
Would it be possible for you to play that if you can get a hold of it?
Oh, sure. In just a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be good to hear that again.
Yeah, I'll play in a couple of minutes.
Thank you.
Okay. 12:31. Oh, God. I want you to stop and think about it, that these people are really actually walking around out there. Doesn't it bother you? Doesn't it make you wonder? Doesn't it just like give you pause, as they say? As my dogs would say, it gives us pause. Oh, man, it's just ghastly. What did that guy want to hear, by the way?
Larry Lujak.
Oh, Larry Lujak. Well, I never would have remembered after that call, because that call took me back to a different era, like the gay 90s or something. God. Well, is this it? That ain't it. Let's see. I wonder if does this look like it? That kind of looks like it. But first, we got a mobile somewhere. A mobile in Kendall. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
Got to tell you a quick story. I was in Lynchburg, Virginia, small town. All of a sudden, a very familiar voice gets on the radio. Mike Ranieri doing a spot for an auto auction in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Are you serious?
Oh, my God. I almost crapped.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
Almost ran off the road.
He didn't say ooga mooga, did he?
I don't know what he said.
Oh, God, I don't think they allow you to say that in Lynchburg. Jerry Falwell gets all bent out of shape if you say ooga mooga. He thinks it's like a witch doctor talk.
Man, I don't. But he goes, hey, it's Mike Ranieri here. Like everybody up there is supposed to know him.
Well, he's on his way there. That's going to be his next stopping off point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I hope you feel good, and I'm happy to hear you again.
I feel great.
I'm glad. You sound good.
I sound tremendous.
Gesund, gesund.
And back at you.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
Here's a line from a song. It took a hell of a man to take my hand, but it sure didn't take him long.
I like that, yeah.
She ain't much to see, but she looks good through the bottom of a glass.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one. That's a good one.
I wouldn't take you to a dogfight, even if I thought you could win. Don't cry down my back, baby. You might rust my spurs. If fingerprints showed up on skin, I wonder whose I'd find on you. Here's a good one. If you get the feeling that I don't love you, feel again. Here's one. Obviously, there's some guy singing this song, and he's in some cheap floozy's bedroom at the time.
I'm ashamed to be here, but not ashamed enough to leave. That kind of sums up our situation here at WLS, too. Ashamed to be here, but not ashamed enough to leave. We'll just take the money. Thank you. I've been flushed from the bathroom of your heart. Oh, I want to hear it. Okay, you really wonder about guys who write lyrics like this, you know, how much drinking they've been doing. It's the bottle against the Bible and the battle for Daddy's soul. Here's one I really like. It's commode hugging time in the valley. If you want to keep the beer real cold, put it next to my ex-wife's heart. My wife ran off with my best friend, and I miss him.
The best music, WLS.
12:35 at WIOD. Boy, we're on time. We got all caught up now. I think it'd be a good time to go home. All you photo and video enthusiasts, all you perverts out there who are running around snooping into your next-door neighbor's window, here's the third year we've been telling you about Benson's Camera and Video's annual summer blowout sale. Benson's, Florida's #1 photographic discount stores, are slashing prices on everything photographic, from camcorders to cameras, bags, lenses, lights, tripods, video accessories, and much, much more. The factory representatives from Sony, Minolta, Pentax, Samsung, and lots more will be at both Benson stores demonstrating the latest in photo and video equipment. They're going to be showing you their equipment, man, this Friday and Saturday, June 19th and 20th. And check this out. Sony has a new color video printer, and Benson's Camera and Video is making pictures from 8mm videotape absolutely free. So just bring in your 8mm videotape to Benson's this Friday or Saturday, and they'll make you a free print in just a matter of minutes. Check out Benson's ad in the Miami Herald this Friday, June 19. Benson's Camera and Video's annual tent blowout sale in Dade County, just 6 blocks south of the Falls on US 1, and in Broward, right across from the Broward Mall in the Plantation Community Plaza.
The opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of 610 WIOD or its sponsors.
I agree.
I kind of like the fat Hank Goldberg better.
Everybody's talking about this stormy romance now. Robin Givens causing a commotion. The public doesn't like the way she's using the champ now. She's just using Mike for self-promotion. She got him so damn mad that he drove into a tree. She even made a fool of him on ABC. Now come on, she's fooled poor Mike about the baby. The couch is out the window. Look out below. Jump back. The kitchen sink's next to go. Whoa, Robin and her mommy have to pay their own rent now. Your Honor, we would like to make a motion. I hope there's an annulment and she don't get a cent now. We've all had it with her fake devotion. Now, Mike, you know there's lots of other fish in the sea. All Robin wanted from you was some publicity. So her and her mom could make the cover of Ebony. She's only using you for self-promotion. Go on, Mikey, drop her in the ocean. Barbara Wawa played with.
Don't forget, free weed for everybody on the Rick and Sud Show this afternoon. 1240, 20 till 1 at WIOD. Here's a lady in Cocoa Plum. Hello.
Hi, Neil. Do you know why you got those stones in your stomach?
What?
Do you know why you got those stones in your stomach?
Right, from eating a bunch of crap.
A bunch of junk.
Right.
All that red meat you like to eat.
Mm-mm.
Don't you love that lamb?
No, I don't like lamb.
You don't like lamb
no,
anymore?
I like baby cow. I like veal.
Oh, why?
best. I like lots of
kind of
veal.
stuff
Oh,
makes you have those
veal
stones.
marsala and veal saltimbocca and veal parmesan.
You need to eat more
veal
salads. You need to eat
française.
vegetables.
Ooh,
you need
nothing like
nutrition
baby
in your
cow.
body.
Yeah.
You need that kind of green vegetable to heal you.
Yeah, those green vegetables. Yeah.
Yeah, you really do.
Okay.
You really do.
I'll go home and eat a whole bunch of them.
Eat some spinach.
Okay.
That will help
I'll
you.
do it. Some artichokes.
Mm-hmm.
Some broccoli.
Yeah.
Cauliflower.
Good.
Okay.
That'll make you look better.
And some Brussels sprouts.
It'll turn that
And a
black
bunch of
and purple
asparagus.
to red.
Right. To red. Oh, great. Then I can go over and play bingo with the Indians. Have a great day.
Really?
Bye-bye. 1241 at WIOD. She'll probably be doing the news on Channel 7 pretty soon with a speech pattern like that. Open line in Dade County, 751 WIOD. Kendall.
Neil, how you doing?
Great.
Glad to have you back.
Yeah, I bet.
For that last lady, I wonder what she was doing with the carrots while she was talking to you.
I can only imagine. I think, was it a carrot or a cucumber? I think it was a rutabaga or a roto-ruta.
I was curious.
Have you ever seen a roto-rutabaga?
Never heard of that one.
That's like a Melaleuca Brazzi tree.
I was curious to know, did Rick Sanchez or Sally Fitz send you any get well cards?
No, Sally sent an instrument over, okay? She said, this should keep you warm while you're in there.
One of them electric wake-up calls, huh?
Right, exactly.
Oh, I'm going to go play some golf later on over at Miami Lakes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, keep your eye on those balls, baby.
You know it, man.
Okay.
With the little dimples.
Right.
Can I call somebody a douchebag?
Of course.
Hey, Gus, you're a major league douchebag.
Listen to me. Listen, before you go, is it like it's not raining anymore?
Yeah, it's a little drizzly, but that's when the fields are nice and clear. There's no one
Right, exactly. Good thinking.
Good time to go.
Okay.
All right, take it easy.
Good luck to you. See, he's the kind of guy that's just like, if he misses the ball, he just picks it up and moves it a little, because there's nobody around. That's a guy. See, there's a guy who knows how to play golf. We have an open line at Dade, 751-9463, 751-WID. God, I'm like so full of energy now, and I feel great. I think we can almost make it to 1 o'clock here today. You know, I come in yesterday. This is a true story. And boy, Gary, who has had along with Disney and all these other grave robbers here, no contact with me whatsoever since the day I walked out of here a week ago Thursday, okay, before my surgery. And he comes in here with this super sincere, phony baloney sucking around. And he says, well, how you feeling? You here for the whole day today? And I should have said, no, I thought like 10 to 11 would be good to start. We're like, work into it in maybe hour and a half increments. Oh, what a line. Boca.
Neil.
Yeah.
How can you pick on Rhino?
Grow up, sir.
No, seriously.
He sucks.
Come on. Now, the
he makes me sick,
how
man.
How many times does he come up with
he
it?
is choked. Every time I've seen him the last month with run around third and less than 2 out, he either pops out or strikes out.
And if he does come up with runners on base, they're going to pitch around him because there's nobody else.
Yeah, because they want to pitch to Dawson, right? So
That's
you
what
got
they've been doing.
you got spit for brains, sir. Okay, go get a life, you idiot. I sit and I watch every pitch of every game. I can tell you the ins and the outs, the ups and the downs, the pathetic Dwight Smith and all these other guys who couldn't hit their grandma from 2 feet away with a bed slat, and you're giving me a lecture about Rhino and the Cubs, sir. I've forgotten more about the goddamn Cubs since the end of the game last night than you'll ever know. Okay, Mr. Hotshot? But thanks for calling. We have an open line on the Star line at Star IOD. Let's do Kendall. Hello? Kendall?
Hello?
Yes.
Neil?
Yes.
I was wondering...
Come on, let's go. This is not slow-mo radio.
I was wondering about Disney. I'm surprised that while you were down in the dumps,
yeah,
he didn't take your mom out and convince her that you had to do the show from
the 8 to 10 hours, yeah. Right. He's working on that.
I'm sure he is.
Well, he probably tried. He couldn't find her. She was at my house. She wasn't home.
I'll bet you next week he might come into your office and talk to you about that.
Yeah, I'll bet he will. Into my office. Yeah, some office.
Well, they fixed the air ducts in there, didn't they?
Yeah, they really did, man. They when in doubt, they cleaned it out.
And then your gallbladder got hurt.
Right.
So what'd you think of the Marlins yesterday, the baby team?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
No. Oh. Did you see any of it?
Yeah.
How'd they look?
That pitcher they had was a little bit erratic, but he was He was pretty powerful, I guess.
Yeah. He was pretty powerful?
Yeah, he was.
Well, what were they doing? Like playing baseball, having an orgy? I mean, what were they doing?
I think a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Well, that's the kind of team we need here to bring some people out. Now you're talking. I'm getting my tickets tomorrow.
Good.
Have a great day.
Bye.
12:46 at WI. That'll fill the stadium up. Let's get them out there, play a little grab ass out there every night, okay? For the first 20 or 30 seasons till they get good, till they get it down right. We have an open line in Dade County, 751 WIOD. Pizza Loft, not the fastest, not the cheapest, just the best. That's what Jeff always says. Good old ponytail, and he really believes it. He believes it because he knows that for over 15 years he'd be doing it right over there at Pizza Loft. The highest quality ingredients. Everything is made fresh from scratch, cooked to order. No pre-made stuff that's been sitting around, no conveyor belt pizza. That's why when you eat up there at the Pizza Trough, it is just incredible. And you're going to love their award-winning lasagna and stuffed shells and manicotti and their baby cow parmesan and baked ziti, or as it says here, backed ziti, or their famous eggplant parmesan. I mean, whoever typed this is probably in our sales department, okay? Got an IQ of a moron. And they'll deliver anywhere in Dade County. They're open on all major holidays, even Christmas and Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve and Shavuos and Simchas Torah and Purim and all the time. And if you have any kind of a little get-together, they'll cater your holiday party or any kind of a get-together for as little as $4 per person at the Pizza Trough. And don't forget the summertime special Monday through Wednesday. Buy any entree at regular price and get a second entree of equal or lesser value for half price all summer long. And I'll be looking for you a week from tomorrow night, Wednesday, June 24th, 5 to 10 p.m., with our Camilla's House stuff and a partridge in a pear tree at the Pizza Loft at 69th and Flagler, upstairs in Miami, just east of the Palmetto. Call 266-5111.
Don't touch that dial. Coming up this afternoon at 2, it's Rick Riley and Suds Coleman. Join us then for Rick and Suds.
Capitol Records presents the Beach Boys as never heard before. The Endless Binge is now available for a limited time.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were sober? Maybe then we could write some new songs. We apologize for Kokomo. We have been around for far too long.
The Beach Boys singing their way to the top and belching their way back down.
Beer, 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 beer in a can. Beer, 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 beer in a can. It wrecked our band. Beer in a can. You got me bobbing and a weaving. Soon I will be heaving in a can. Beer, beer, beer in a can.
The Beach Boys, Endless Binge.
Oh, where could the John be? Too much old granddad in me. My bladder's about to explode, but I'm holding my own. Losing the fight. No bathroom in sight. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm so coked up, can't find the commode.
The Beach Boys Endless Binge, yes! Available at rehabs everywhere! Fellas, you got any more?
So are they still in Ding Dong School? I'll play all the cuts on these, especially the ones where it says do not air, number 17. And in fact, well, listen to that. Ooh. Anyway, it's 12:52 at WIOD. And let's do, there's one thing here. I think it's one of the newer ones. Do not air cut number 17, 19, 29 through 36, 54, 59. Oh, God. Not that we're gun shy here at WIOD, folks, but boy, just look at us cross-eyed and we'll stop playing it immediately. Here's a lady in Miami.
Oh, wait, I have to shift.
You have to shift? That is what you said, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I've done it. How are you feeling? You sound great.
You've done it. Boy, that was quick and quiet. I like that. Very good.
You sound really good. It went well.
What?
Your surgery.
It went well? Oy vey.
Oh, no, I didn't hear. This is my first day in the car.
I can't recount the whole thing. It was the worst week and a half of my life, and I'll never go in there ever again anywhere, and it was just, it's over.
No, I know
I
the
survived
Ungers.
it. Huh?
I know the Ungers. They usually do terrific.
I am not knocking the Ungers.
Oh,
Dr. Harold Unger is the greatest doctor on the face of... I love Dr. Unger.
He's great.
He is.
He's absolutely
But
wonderful.
some of the doctors in the hospital and some of the crap that I went through and some of the hysterical people that I was surrounded with who had me convinced on 2 different occasions that I was as good as dead, I wouldn't wish on Heinrich Himmler, okay?
Well, maybe sometime you'll tell little episodes.
Yeah. Like, let me just tell you, don't ever go for a lung scan, okay?
Why did they do a lung scan when you were going for your gallbladder?
When it says Dr. J. Mengele, when that's the name on the guy's little thing, then you know is the time to get running and screaming out of there. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Oh, well, you sound really healthy and clear.
I feel great today.
You can eat anything you want now?
Yeah. Well, I can't get fat again, though, because I'm still diabetic. That's probably just as well that I am. It's like a little thing that kind of keeps me under control. I have no choice.
Right. It's good when you have a little something that you have to listen
Right,
to.
right. I can't go over 400 or 500 now.
Right. All right. Take care. I'm glad to hear that you're back and you sound good.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Whoa, what a phone connection. It's not her fault. It's that phone again. God. Is there anything else on here we might want to play before they come back in here?
Hey, man, like, we need a hit bad, man. Like, the record guy called today, and he said, there's nothing strong enough on what we got, man. We need a hit like now.
Right. It's been a long time since, what?
Mama Don't Dance, yeah. And that wasn't even ours.
What about something like the Rose thing? Every rose has a thorn.
Hold it, guys. Wait a second, fellas. Just follow OCC. I got it, baby.
Pretty weak, huh? Well, that's the same thing.
Clucking, clean that turkey today. Keep clucking for Thanksgiving Day. Can't cook it.
That's timely, huh? Not bad. 12:55 at WIOD. Let's go to Hialeah. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Great.
Hey, my friend, his old decrepit mother, she had her gallbladder out too.
Uh-huh.
But she went back to work like 2 days later, man. How come it took you so long?
Because I'm a lot more old and a lot more decrepit.
Hey, you want to hear something, man, that really makes me mad?
Yeah, man.
You remember now the defunct Joe Stone Crab?
Yeah.
Well,
wait a minute. What do you mean now defunct? It's out of business?
I think so.
No, it's not. Joe Stone Crabs?
Yeah, well anyway,
No
when
way.
it was still
What is he
open.
talking about? Yeah.
When it was still open.
It is still open. What are you talking about? Joe's is not out of business.
Well, Joe Gersten's Stone Crab. Well, anyway, I was standing there waiting for 45 minutes.
Oh, I think you got the wrong kind of crabs.
Look, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm waiting. They're about to take me to my table.
Yeah.
You know, they were just escorting me, and then guess who walks in through the door, and then they take my table.
Luca Brazzi.
Hank Goldberg.
Really? Goldberg?
Yeah, that guy, man. And then they made me wait another 15 minutes.
Doesn't that drive you crazy the way that geek says Goldberg at night? What is that? What is
driving me
wrong with
crazy.
that guy? Hank
Who
Goldberg.
is that old man? Get him off.
Some old fart from Boston who can't get a job on a real radio station, so he
Hank
decided
Goldberg.
Right, Goldberg at night.
Why don't you... Hey,
That's like
how
somebody
about
would say the Miami Dolphins. The
Dolphins?
Who the hell would say that except Hank Goldberg?
You should take him to fight night at Facade.
Right.
Amateur fight and beat the crap out of him.
Good, okay.
But you're a wimp, man. It took you so long to get back.
Yeah, it did.
All right, you have a good day.
It was a good scam.
All right.
See ya. 12:57 at WIOD. We have an open. I'm sorry I'm not as macho as your grandma, sir, but...
There's a lady in town. She's an Orthodox Jew, and she needs to buy bread that is unleavened. And she's buying bread at 7-Eleven. And the bread is wonder. And the bread is wonder.
You know what really gets me is the people that complain about all the laughing and cackling on the Bob and Tom stuff. Now, you notice, see, this guy who did that, they sold it to rock comedy, okay? And without the other stuff in there, it's not funny anymore. It's just not, it's not the same. Wait a minute. I'll just give you an example. We got a little time to kill here. Don't panic. Just hang on. You're not going anywhere, okay?
There's a lady in town. She's an Orthodox Jew, and she needs to buy bread that is unleavened. But it's late, and she knows that the stores are all closed, and she really needs to make a sandwich. And she's buying bread at 7-Eleven. And the bread is wonder.
No comparison. Not even a contest. 21 till 21. What kind of a time is that? We better do this mobile real quick. Hello, time's up. Yes.
Couple of things real quick about Hank, that he ripped you last week. I don't think you heard this. Somebody called up and he said, well, he's just a speck on an ass.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe he said that. I'm being honest with you. And then...
he said I was a spick on an ass?
A speck. Like a little speckle.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that really bothered me, because then he said, the people that call him are morons. They don't have a life, and who cares, you know?
Yeah.
Did you listen to his show last night?
I don't listen to his show.
I just want you to know. He had a point last night about 20 after 9. He was looking through the phone book to call somebody because he couldn't get a call.
Yeah.
He didn't get one call.
Great.
I mean, he's dying. One last thing. How was the London Brawl over at the S&S? Was it Thursday night I saw you?
The what?
London Brawl you ate at the S&S Diner.
Yeah, right.
Was that Thursday?
Have a great life.
WIOD.
Whoops.
The Neil Rogers Show.
It's the 1 to 2 hour. Hi, vey.
The Energizer Rabbit. He just keeps going and going and going. What do you expect? He's a rabbit, for crying out loud.
Exactly. 105 at WIOD. What are you giving me a look like that for? What's wrong with that? What an idiot. He's such a wimp. That's what just kills me. You're such a wimp and such a goody two-shoes, you know? We have 2 open lines at Dade, 751-9463, 751-WIOD. Rick and Suds are in early today, of course, for Dong Dong School. And also our out-of-town number is open there for you, 1-800-944-WIOD. Let's do Miami on the Star Line. Hello.
Neil, what's up?
Yes, sir.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Hey. Just wanted to talk a little Cubs.
Yeah.
They're going off?
They're going off, right. Just like an H-bomb.
Unbelievable. You think it'll keep up?
Well, what can I say? Do you want an honest answer, or do you want me to be diplomatic about it?
You don't think so?
You never know.
I'll tell
Now
you.
that we got that Sammy Sosa out of the lineup, that could be the secret. That could be the key to our success.
You think they're going to sign Dawson after the year?
No.
No way?
No way. No way, Jose.
Hey,
We can't afford them. We got like Greg Maddux is going to be making $10 million and Sandberg $7 million. That's the whole payroll. We're just going to have 2 players out there.
Yeah. I can't believe I got through. I never get through to you. It was a shock to me once it was ringing.
Yeah.
But,
well, they don't give a crap. You know, I was out of here for 10 days or so. They don't care. Nothing phases this audience. They're used to it.
Hey, I don't think I'm going to be able to talk to you anymore.
Why is that?
Because I might be switching from one company to the other on the cellular.
Really?
And, I don't want to be paying on my own dime these days.
I don't blame you.
But it's always been a pleasure, Neil.
Okay, well, it's been a pleasure for us.
And Neil?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have
Thank
a
you
great
very
life.
much.
Okay. 107 at WIOD. What a shame that is. We're not going to be able to get those great perspicacious calls from him anymore on our Bell South freebie mobility line. Damn it. Pembroke Pines.
Hi, Neil.
Yeah.
5-year listener, second-time caller.
Yes, sir.
Kind of nervous, so bear with me.
Nevertheless.
I almost forgot what I was going to say.
What were you going to say? Don't panic now. Don't panic. Stay calm, damn it. Oh, God, don't panic and forget what you were going to say.
My girlfriend and I got into an argument.
Star Line's open, by the way. Star IOD. All right, let's go. Let's go. But I want to see some tangible signs of life. Now, we finally got all these lines lit up here. Let's go.
We were coming back from dinner.
Your girlfriend was coming back. Her dinner was coming back?
We were both coming back from dinner.
Yeah.
And I was kind of complaining about what she listens to on the radio.
Yeah.
And
which is what?
Well, country. And
oh, God, country. Give me a breath.
She came back with, well, you listen to me, or she hates your show.
Why?
She says it shows my mentality that I listen to a bunch of burping.
You want me to tell you something? I am so sick of these bitches who pretend that it's like, well, this is just a show for men. Women, it's beneath us. We're too dignified. We're not into that. It's too low class. We'd rather listen to TMI. You know, who the hell are you kidding, bitch?
Well, I had a brainstorm.
Slap her around a little bit. God.
I ran home from lunch. I'm late getting back now.
Oh, man, am I sick of
Everything's
that crap.
set. Could you leave a message on my machine so that every time she calls, she has to hear your voice?
Yes.
Excellent. My name's Kevin.
Are you rolling?
Everything's set, Neil.
Hey, listen, honey, Kevin isn't here right now. In fact, he's probably busy with somebody pretty hot. So leave a message, and maybe he'll call you back when he's good and ready. Okay, bitch?
Thanks a lot, Neil. I appreciate it. Oh, and the Cubs and the Orioles in the World Series.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
109 at WIOD. I just get so tired of that. In fact, it happens all the time. And I go to these different appearances, and like the nice young lady, and she'll come up and, well, my boyfriend would love your picture, and he thinks you're the greatest. I don't listen to you, of course, but of course not, honey, because you're too highfalutin, you're too classy, okay? Put down your instrument and go get a life somewhere. God. Here's a lady in Miami.
Hi.
Hi.
Neil?
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, you and I haven't talked since you were at Wynn's.
Why not?
Well, several reasons, and you might not want to know them. But I wanted to tell you about my terrible gallbladder operation.
Oh, great. We got about 5 seconds.
I'll be short.
Yeah, we'll be short.
I won't take a long time.
Good.
You devil. Oh, God. I've called you so many times through the years, like Dr. Rosenblatt, everybody.
I never had any Dr. Rosenblatt.
Oh, you know who I'm talking about, the one that wrote the book about doctors?
Yeah.
But anyway.
No, Henry Rothblatt never wrote any book about doctors.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
My son sent for it, my dear, and you know my son, and I'm not going to tell you who he is. Anyway.
Okay. Doubt it.
Okay, Neil. I had an emergency one night. I went to bed early, and I had this terrible, terrible pain.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, my God, is it my heart, or what the hell is it? I've only had 6 major operations, so I didn't need this. Anyway, I called 911 when I couldn't stand it after an hour. It was midnight. And I live right near where you used to be at Wynn's, and I was terrified.
Yeah. Well, if I lived in that area, I'd be terrified just coming home every day. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
My son lives in Cutler Ridge. And
Burglar bar heaven.
Neil.
So what's the upshot? I'm getting way behind here already.
All right, dear. The first thing they did when the ambulance came was throw me on the, what do you call it? Table.
Throw you on the gurney.
The gurney.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm giving you a shot of morphine. I said, how do you know I'm not allergic to morphine? And you know, that was midnight, and when I came to at 4 o'clock the next day, they had taken me to the wrong hospital.
Mm-hmm.
The operation was over.
The operation was over?
Absolutely.
Must be the Energizer Bunny again.
I was out from midnight.
She said the operation was over.
That's right. And I was going through hell. When I got home, I've been alone for 21 years, a widow, and I had this, you know what the size of an avocado is?
You know, this is not the Norm Kent show, okay? I just want you to understand that, okay? I don't want to be abrupt with you, but it's not the Norm Kent show on the light bulb.
Who's Norm Kent?
Good. Very well put.
God.
Excellent. Very well put.
Neil.
So in closing?
You know the size of an avocado?
Yeah.
On my breastbone, I have a hernia, and the doctor who operated on me, and I wasn't supposed to have him. His name is Hernandez, the surgeon.
Right.
Golden Glades. He said, my son got in touch with him. He says, you took my mother to the wrong hospital,
right.
And she's got this...
Well, if it's the size of an avocado, have it for lunch. It'll be good for you. 12 minutes after 1 at WIOD, we have an open line in Dade, 751-9463, and an open line on the Star Line. If you got Bell South Mobility, man, we're itching to touch it at Star IOD. Ticketitis is sweeping this town, man. It's all over the place. Ticketitis, over 8,000 disgusting, smarmy, fascistic traffic tickets are given out every stinking week in Dade and Broward County alone. Ticketitis gives South Florida one of the highest motor vehicle insurance rates in the country, but ticketitis can be cured if you fight back with our friends at the Ticket Defense Team. Now, if you pay your ticket, just go ahead and roll over and drop the soap. You get points on the record automatically. Your insurance can increase or they can drop you altogether. And, of course, your license could be revoked or suspended a sentence. For just $99 plus court cost, if any, the Ticket Defense Team will send an attorney to court. You don't even have to show up. And they'll defend you on all non-criminal traffic tickets and accident cases, and they offer you this money-back guarantee. No points on your license, or you get your money back, so you have nothing to lose. So next time you get one of these disgusting, insufferable, idiotic tickets, pick up the phone and call Randy Moltosh for action fast. Call toll-free 1-800-741-8326. 1-800-741-8326. Fight ticketitis with the Ticket Defense Team.
Date from the award-winning 610 WIOD News Center comes up at the top of the hour.
Well, let's discuss this. Okay, let's have a... Oh, is this a secret? Ah, nuts. If it was a secret, the audience would like that. They like the inside stuff. They don't like you, but they like the inside stuff. He's talking to Jennifer Remen there. He don't have time to mess with you, okay? Jennifer's in her hocking of China. Cut the crap, Jennifer. We got to get a microphone on in here, okay? Go ahead.
So anyway.
That's payback for the day the Queen was here, by the way, Jennifer. Do you remember that, when the Queen was in town? And Jennifer was just like...
There's so many. Which one?
Breathless. Huh? Monty Rock.
Yeah, well, I remember that.
By the way, what is Hank with all these drag queens, and he's got the drag king tonight? Is he trying to tell us something?
Did you see Pia Zadora just walk down the hall?
Really?
Well, it's a high window. I saw her.
Oh. Now, what is
She's in the building.
I don't give a crap if she's in the building or
with
not.
Hank, I know.
Who gives a crap about Pia Zadora? God, I'd rather hear Soupy Sales again with Chuck.
That was good.
Did you see him lately? He's like, he must be gaining a lot of weight or something. I'm serious. He came in here yesterday. The sweat was pouring off of him. He looked like Richard Simmons in drag.
You knew Pia Zadora was going to be here. He's
is that? They got
yeah,
worked up about that.
Exactly.
So what were you telling me now? This is not a secret.
No.
Okay.
Well, it can be.
Well, it was a secret from me. I got to make a comment here, okay? I really do. I am so tired of the juvenile behavior of the powers that be in this company. On the one hand, I go in the hospital, they're like, I guess that must be it. They're terrified of me. They don't want to speak to me.
Absolutely.
They don't want to look at me cross-eyed. They're afraid that I'm going to what am I going to do? Am I going to quit? What the hell am I going to do? Where am I going to go? Something to think about.
It is.
What's Saul Foos's number again? No, but seriously, what is wrong with them? Why can't they sit down and talk like I was going to say intelligent adults. I know the reason for that. Like adults. Why can't they sit down and have like a give and a take and a yin and a yang? Look at those lines drop off there. God, they just heard the first note of your voice.
I know.
The first sound.
I do that. Thank you.
Yeah. So the deal is we're going to get one of these digital things.
Yeah.
To replace all of these carts that are in here. All these carts and
looks like the Sequoia National Forest in here.
So we put everything like on master stuff.
It just gets dumped into a hard drive where it just gets memorized, and that's it.
And then how do you call it up?
You just punch up, if you want something to do with a D and you don't know what it is, you punch up D. Everything that's in there that's D, you single it out, push a button, and it's on the air instantly.
But wait a minute, let me ask you this. You wouldn't put everything on that.
Everything.
Let me say it again.
Okay.
You wouldn't put everything on that because if you wanted to use like some little quick drop-ins or something.
I already asked that.
Like, for example, like that.
I already asked.
I better not touch that, by the way. If that cart gets eaten up, because he'll never say that again. In fact, we'll never get a hold of him again. You have it? Oh, he's got it on master. He's got Orlando on a master.
This thing could make, like, Orlando come alive. I'm serious. And yeah, you would. If you wanted like 8 or 10 things that you use all the time, you just punch them up and just have them ready. And just
could make
punch
Orlando what?
Come alive.
Dead or alive? Okay.
That just
You're not
stopped
going to suck
didn't
me
it?
into that, so to speak. No, seriously, what would you do with the drop-ins?
Exactly.
And for example, like you're not going to have to punch up every time you want to do it like that.
You could have 8 or 10 of those just standing by. What it does is it has like a buffer memory that just stores a lot of stuff that you need just all the time. And then you have this big central memory that you can pull anything out and store it in the buffer, and then once you're done with it, get rid of it or leave it there.
So in other words, you would know automatically, just like I know where a lot of these carts are, at least 10 or 12 of them.
Right.
You'd know what that is. It would be like in your head, and you just hit that
Exactly.
immediately.
Like if it was a D7, then you would just punch up D7 all the time. It's
And
great.
then,
It's perfect.
Well, what is it? And then it queues up?
Automatically, you could make anything into it. You could have him saying that, Neil God, in a loop forever. Just over and over and over, as fast as you want or as slow as you want.
He could do it over and over again, as fast or slow as I want?
Exactly.
Oh, God.
You can make it faster, faster, faster.
Slower. Faster.
Yeah. Exactly.
Really?
You could turn anything into a loop.
Oh, God.
anything. And you could have him just
Don't say loop. They're in big trouble with the
And you
FCC,
could just have him go kneel. You can cut it off and have it repeat.
You can cut it off and have it repeat?
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Did you hear that line that I read from the story that Rich Pachter sent me about the loop and their big thing with the FCC, where they're appealing the fines? Did you hear that?
No.
Jim DeCastro, who along with Scott Ginsburg, they're the owners of Evergreen and the Loop.
Right.
And he's going on talking about why they're fighting back and this and that. He says, we believe that supporting our talent is the most important thing we can do.
Don't say that too loud.
Can you believe? When I read that, I almost just did a number right in the wastebasket there. I can't still. In fact, I'm thinking about it.
They make that stuff up.
Oh, sounds good though.
Exactly. Just
but at least they're smart enough to make things up like that.
Just they're just passing money under the table. And what can we say to sound good while we're doing it?
121, we have an open line on the Star Line if you know anything about, what do they call this thing? Digital, what do they call it?
Thing. Digital.
If you know anything about a digital thing.
It's a computer. It's just like a big memory. And it just transfers everything into the memory and holds it forever.
Yeah.
And then you can just access it and
It holds it forever?
No, God.
Sooner or later, it's got to let go.
And you could just have him say, kneel.
Why are you so, fixated on that? Why
you
are you so
are,
obsessed?
because your eyes just lit up.
Not.
Oh, you are.
He's small potatoes.
Well, I wouldn't know.
Orlando. He's small potatoes, he's a nice guy, but he's like...
I use that as an example. What else would you like used
See, guys
as an
that
example?
get naked for everybody, that's not
Where's
a challenge.
Even. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly,
sure.
right.
Just to hold up a pair of underwear.
Right.
Have them jump in them or out of them.
Am I going to do cluckers now?
Go ahead.
Why not? They're the originator of wood-roasted chicken in town, in this neck of the woods, as they say in the chicken places. And their chicken is marinated in citrus juices, fresh garlic, and other herbs and spices. And it's so good.
No, God.
And slow roasted over a hard wood flame rotisserie right in front of your damn eyes. So juicy, so flavorful, and so tender, and so moist, it'll just about melt in your mouth.
No, God.
And the chicken, too. And it's low in fat, and low in cholesterol, and low in calories. Remember the day they brought in that 50,000 pounds or so of food?
It's great. It's the best.
It is fantastic. And the parsley potatoes and baked sweet potatoes and cheddar cheese rice, which now that I have my gallbladder out, I can eat by the poundful. And fresh steamed veggies and coleslaw, the best in town. And, of course, you can have lunch or dinner as little as $3.75. But if you're really pinching those pennies or anything you can get your hands on, try the Kitty Cluck. He used to work at Power 96, didn't he? Kid Curry Cluck. That's a quarter chicken, a side dish, and a drink, all for just $1.99. Eat in or take that baby out at any of Clucker's 3 locations in North Miami at 100. I heard the day that you were doing a spot for, what was it? I forget what it was.
Apart,
it was it just never came back.
No.
Never came back. Never recovered.
Exactly.
North Miami, 132nd Street and Biscayne Boulevard, in the shops of Arch Creek, North Miami Lakes at Northwest 186th Street and 67th Avenue in the Country Club Plaza, and the newest Cluckers in Hollywood, 2 miles west of 95 on Sheridan Street in the Sheridan Plaza next to the movies. See, it's not funny unless you say it a certain way.
Exactly.
If you say Cluckers, that's okay. But if you say Cluckers.
This fall, join us for another exciting season of Dolphins and Hurricanes football action right here on South Florida's sports station.
WIOD.
You know, the light, there's a bulb out in there. There is. There's a bulb out in there and there's one out in here. And I hope that nobody takes this the wrong way, but have you ever seen Igor and Gilbert together? Seriously. God, Igor, I can't believe that. I thought Gilbert was in it. Look at that. With that light out, with just the light shining toward the back of his bald spot there.
He's a nice guy.
Who, Igor?
Yeah.
Super guy.
And
man,
he's got a really sharp axe.
He can eat a meal or 2 or 3 like I've ever seen. He can really pack it.
He does. He cuts with that hatchet.
Yeah, he does. So anyway, it's 125 at WIOD. Do you want to take some hostility and venom here on the phone so they can call?
We don't want to hear that, Rick Riley. Whose show is this anyway?
I came in to talk to you during a break.
I heard that one
sucked me into these
that
things.
One punk yesterday about, well, we're going to hear 4 hours about your crappy trip. These people are just
they're miserable.
You're miserable, nasty bastards is what you people are.
And they just want to share it.
Yeah.
So let's share.
Miami.
Neil.
You want to share?
Hello.
Yes.
How you doing?
Great.
Congratulations on your operation.
Thank you so much. We'll send you a couple of stones. My man will be there at 3:30.
Appreciate it.
The stone man.
Anyways, what do you think of those stupid people in Chicago burning down their city?
It's enough to make you want to upchuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I don't know what
America,
this
sir.
world is coming to.
It's the American way, okay? It's the American
Yeah, really. It's like people are taking that up as a hobby nowadays.
Right, exactly. There you go.
You know?
Hey, we won. Okay, let's go burn down Macy's. Okay.
Any excuse to burn down.
Right.
You know, it's terrible. I hope we never win a championship here in Miami.
Right. Well, you know something? I don't think we have to worry about it, okay? I think we're safe.
You think we're safe, huh?
For a long time.
At least till the Dolphins win the Super Bowl.
Right. Like I said, don't hold your breath.
So how you doing? How's your body feeling?
How's my hot spot?
Yeah, how's
Mind your own business, sir. I feel pretty good today. I mean,
Really?
I'm healing up, and I'm like all black and blue, but I feel damn good.
You sound great.
I do sound great.
Yeah, you do.
I agree.
Anyways, I agree on that 80s ice cream you bought the other day, or you had someone buy it for you, I suppose?
Edie's. Oh, that's right. You never had Edie's?
No.
Edie's is the
It's
new hot
excellent.
ice cream in Publix. Oh, man. And they got like low fat or low sugar or like both.
Cheryl told me about it. I want that cookie dough.
God, to die from. I had banana split last night, and they've also got like butter pecan
Rocky
and
Road?
the Rocky Road. Oh, and like
Do they have that cookie dough?
That praline cookie dough?
Yeah. There's a new ice cream cookie. Do you ever eat like raw cookie dough? It's really
yeah.
good.
Oh,
They've got it now in ice cream, and it will knock
And like,
you out.
like a few days after you've had your gallbladder out, it's really appetizing to
Yeah.
hear about eating raw cookies. Oh, yeah.
Hey, we heard
Oh.
yours looked like a white hot anyway.
That's what I heard.
And your gallbladder.
How come you got all the inside information and I can't
We
find out a goddamn thing?
have connections. We were there while the lady was cutting it up.
Did he really say it had like about 200 little,
Yeah,
like
he was
the size of tomato seeds?
We had her doing the report on it. Yeah, it was. She said like 200 to 300
Well,
stones.
who the hell has got them?
They sent it away. It's in like a museum.
Oh, yeah. It's in the
Broadcast
National
Museum,
Broadcast Museum in Chicago.
They'd
Probably
burned
be
it
having a
up.
riot. Yeah, they burned it down. Well, listen.
Hello?
Yes.
I'm still here.
We didn't forget about you.
Oh, okay.
You're okay.
So, are you planning on? Have you lost any weight, anyways?
No.
No.
No. Everybody says, well, you were in the hospital for a few days. You must have lost a ton of weight. I didn't lose an ounce.
Nothing, huh?
No, because they.
I think when the swelling goes down, you'll be surprised.
Yeah, when the swelling goes down, I've lost like 40 pounds.
Right.
Yeah.
How was your operation overall? I mean, how did you come through?
How did I come through?
Yeah.
Barely alive, okay?
Barely alive.
If anybody ever says they want to put you in a hospital, sir, just scream and call for the National Guard, okay?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I hope I never end up in a hospital.
Run like a bat out of hell.
But
Don't
you
ever
will,
let,
sir.
No, you won't.
You
Don't let
will.
him do it to you, sir.
No,
Only
you
in a
will.
coma or in a box. I'm telling you, I'm begging you, don't ever do it. Trust
Well,
me.
I'll be honest with you. I'm 27. I've never been in a hospital. Not even for a broken bone.
Then
or
for
nothing.
sure you will.
When in doubt, stay the hell out. Trust
Thursday.
me.
I give it until Thursday.
Just think in the back of your mind. Neil told me stay out, okay?
11 a.m. Thursday,
No
sir.
way.
You'll be in there.
Okay, have a
Hey, I
great...
want to call a couple people douchebags.
Yeah.
Porfirio and Julio over at Ready. They're a bunch of hot flaming douchebags.
Okay.
Take care, Neil.
See ya. Wow. 129 at WIOD. We do have an open line in Dade if you want to speak to Rick Riley. At 7...
I'm not here. I'm reading the paper. You invited me to be here.
I didn't invite you at
did.
all. You're full of crap.
Oh, the break is over and the microphone's on and you're asking me questions and all of this stuff.
You insulted poor little Jennifer, who happens to be very
Oh, I
sensitive.
beg your pardon. I love Jennifer. I didn't insult her.
She happens to be about as sensitive as she is breathless.
Yeah.
And the queen is over there with her little dress and her little purse.
I love Jennifer, but she's so breathless.
Well,
God.
but she had something.
I'll tell you one thing. We used to work together at Wynn's.
Yeah.
And she had the best taste in guys, I'll say that. God.
Well, guys have good taste in
is
her.
Is she married now?
Can I rephrase that?
Is she?
I think
I'm not,
so.
See, I just move along when
I
you do
know.
something utterly tasteless
I know.
like that.
I think so.
She is married?
I think so. Maybe not.
She had this one Hispanic boyfriend. I don't know what his name was, but maybe he's not doing.
Maybe
it
he's
this
not
afternoon.
married. Yeah.
Well, and even if he is, I never.
Exactly.
You know those Latin guys. 1:30 at WIOD. Let's do Tamarack. Hello.
Rick Riley, you stink, pal.
Now, you notice how he like built that up from the bottom of his bowels? How
That
like,
was
he brought
suds.
that way up?
He's in another room.
Here's a mobile in Jupiter.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Sound good.
Yeah, I do sound good.
You know, it's funny. I was listening to a few weeks before you were going to get your surgery. Everybody said everything's it's just a minor
Piece
surgery.
of cake. A piece of cake.
It's not a minor surgery when it's on you, though, I'll tell you.
No. There's no such thing. And, of course, after it's all over, my doctor, my surgeon, my cutter, he's saying to me, oh, you're right, there's no such thing. This is major surgery. This is, of course, after it's all done.
Did I try to warn you, though?
Major surgery.
Didn't I?
My old man had a heart attack, and the doctor said, well, it's just a mild one. He said, well, hell, you ain't the one laying here.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, I ain't got nothing else to say, but I wish you luck, and you sound good.
Thanks.
So does Riley for a change.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Wow, one in a row.
You ought to have a great show today. God, they love you today.
I told you, watch out for the anesthesia, and I was right. And you said, oh, no, these days.
Wasn't that a song by Pat Boone on Dot Records? Anesthesia. Huh?
If you want it to be, it's your show.
Okay.
Till 2 o'clock, I'm
Don't
sure
you remember
it is.
Anesthesia by Pat Boone?
No.
That's one of the heavy crosses that I have to bear. And I shouldn't say cross because, of course, he is a good, devout Roman Catholic. But
did you like Pat Boone?
When I was a kid, Pat Boone, I didn't like Pat Boone. I was obsessed with Pat Boone.
Twix 12 and 20.
Oh, yeah. That's when I was obsessed.
Love letters in the hand.
Right, in your gland, yeah. And it was just April Gloves and all those other great songs.
Well, I know his sister.
Oh, God. And isn't it a shame and of course, remember the Boone in the Box picture?
Yeah.
Which shows you he may not be quite as holy. Twix 12 and 12 and a half is... but then somebody that looked that good.
He just used his holy
turns
for a
out
little
to be
different.
such a phony, Bible-thumping, goody two-shoes, freaking phony is him. What a,
But he had a good voice.
What a sad thing that is, really sad. Phony, hypocrite, full of crap with his acne statin. Guy never popped a pimple in his life, except maybe on his butt. And then, he was married to Red Foley. He still is, to Shirley Foley, Red Foley's daughter.
I didn't know that.
What? See that? You've only been here a few minutes. You already learned a very important piece of trivia. And they were nearly divorced, which, of course, being Catholic, I imagine, wasn't all that easy several years ago. And they finally, Red came in and kind of
You can't do that.
Kind of covered it all up.
Yeah.
With some of that country.
I liked him, too. I like all that, and...
his music was... Why Baby Why? That was a good record. Remember that on Dot Records? That was a big hit.
I think so.
No, you don't.
I remember, listen, in 54, when I was 3 years old, I started playing rock and roll.
54?
Yeah, with Elvis. And Little Richard.
Elvis didn't have any records in 54.
He had in late 54. No,
he did not.
He did.
No, he did not.
And Hound Dog
That's All Right, Mama. 56 was Hound Dog.
Okay, I thought it was 55.
Cruel was on the other side. Well, let's look in the book, Mr. Smarty Pants.
Okay.
It's like the Mike Ranieri show now. Woo!
By the way, did you not think that Foster Brooks was dead?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, I called Chuck on that, and all of a sudden he's like, did you hear what he's doing? He's doing commercials for Encore.
New York.
Do you know what that is? For
Encore?
impotence. He's doing commercials for impotence with a product called Encore.
Well, if you drank as much as he did, you couldn't get it up either.
He's 80.
Hound
Dog.
What am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for Elvis.
Or That's All Right, Mama.
Huh? Jeez, what a crappy book this is, Roger. God, this book sucks. That's All Right, Mama?
Yeah.
I'd say that's about 55. That's All Right, Mama. That's probably not even in here. That's not in here. That wasn't a top 40 hit.
Okay, do Hound Dog. It was Hound Dog and then Heartbreak Hotel.
56. No, you're wrong. Heartbreak Hotel was first. In fact, Heartbreak Hotel was first, and then I Want You, I Need You, I Love You was next, and then was Hound Dog and Don't Be Cruel.
Okay, then it was...
You know nothing about Elvis. No wonder why Rick Riley's an asshole. He knows nothing about Elvis.
Book back
you know nothing about Elvis.
I was 4 years old. I remember listening to those.
Aren't you the one that started the conversation about how much you know about this and you know about that?
No, I said how much I liked it.
All I asked you was about Pat Boone.
I'm not concerned with dates and names. The guy's dead. I liked his songs, but he's dead.
All right, what am I looking for?
Heartbreak
Now, are these
Hotel.
chronological? Is that the way this works? Heartbreak Hotel, like I said, was first 3/10/56. I Was the One, Blue Suede Shoes. I Want You, I Need You, I Love You was the next number one hit, 56, 656. And then Don't Be Cruel and Hound Dog, 856. So I had it right on the money, man.
You were right.
All right, where's that $3 million? That's change.
I'll give you change for the 8. Yeah.
For the $8 billion.
Yeah.
For what was that for?
Okay, I forget, but I won.
Was it bigger than a Boone in the Box? Was that the question? 135. By the way, if there's anybody listening at Mount Sinai Hospital, listen carefully to this. Kendale Air Conditioning has a service called the biotech, whatever you call it, duct sanitizing system. And let me tell you right now, for years, hospitals and laboratories who care about the health of their patients and employees have been cleaning out those ducts, baby, because viruses and other indoor pollutants can originate right inside your air duct. Sanitizing is now considered essential. And if you've got somebody in your family or in your orifice who has an allergy, this service is especially, it's like desperately needed. So Kendale Air Conditioning will give you a free estimate, and they'll do a spectacular job for you. Biotech eliminates microscopic algae spores, bacteria, mold, and dust mites, mildew, and odors. They came and did this in my home. They did it here in WIOD. And you notice now we're not choking and gagging. You can actually breathe in here. It's almost safe to walk in the building. Kendale Air Conditioning, they've been doing it since 1982 with over 12,000 customers, one of the largest residential air conditioning specialists in all of South Florida. And the end result of this biotech, by the way, is also a healthier system that's more efficient, so you're going to save some money on those air conditioning bills from FP&L every month, too. Check it out. For a free estimate with no obligation, call Kendale Air Conditioning today at 255-6439. 255-6439. When in doubt, clean that baby out.
The opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of 610 WIOD or its sponsors.
I have no foreskin.
Springtime is here, so I'm cleaning my kitchen. I have to mop under my Frigidaire. I sweep up big dust balls and a couple of magnets. I'm always grossed out by the things under there. The more that I clean, well, the stuff it gets weirder. My grandma's old dentures, some green pizza crust, a hamster that I lost way back in the 60s. He's decomposing and he's turning to dust. And I don't want to clean down there. It's time to get 'em made. Got to buy some rubber gloves so my hands don't smell that way. And I don't want to clean down there. Here come the bugs my way, coming at me big and loud. I hear the roaches say, "It's a low down here. We like the stinking smell. Drop the food away. This ain't no Roach Motel. It's a low down here. We like the stinking smell. Drop the food away. This ain't no Roach Motel."
142 WIOD. Some of our friends from Boston sent me a couple of clippings from the Boston papers. Jerry Williams' annual sex survey on WRKO. What is Jerry doing at like a sex survey still? The guy's like 97 years old. Can't even remember what it was all about. And I guess this is his only way of trying to reach back into his mind and getting a piece of it, or a piece of something. Sex survey draws love and hate response from listeners, and the bitch that's on in the morning was all psychotic and didn't show up for work the next day. Janet, what's her name? Janet Jagalian, not on the job, rumored to have stayed away in protest of Williams' show. Women over the age of 20 only were permitted to participate. Callers were asked whether they'd like to be slapped, tied up, or overpowered by lovers, what their preferences are for fantasies and sexual toys, how many lovers they've had, and started at what age, etc., etc. Geez, doing the same thing like Alice Rantel was doing on W Snooze 15 years ago. Get a life, Jerry, will you? 143, here's Miami on a Broward line.
Yes, sir, Neil.
Yes.
How you doing?
Okay.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm calling in defense of your show. Hank Goldberg last night was ripping you guys.
Oh, yeah.
They were cranking him, they were crank-calling him and making fun of his show. And he says the reason why the radio station is receiving all those calls is because of the Neil Rogers show.
Right.
He says that...
He ought to kiss the ground that he's getting any calls at all, okay, sir?
Right, so I called over there in defense saying, you wish you had Neil's ratings.
Yeah.
If your show and Neil were at the same time, he'll blow you away with his ratings.
I paid for the beer.
And we started going back and forth. You know what he does? He cuts me off and he puts the call block on my day line.
Are you serial?
I can't. That's why I'm calling on your barber line.
Yeah. Well, Hank
I can't call you on dayline.
He can't deal with the truth very well. That's one of Hank's, bigger weaknesses. Is he has a real difficulty in handling the truth.
He's a moron.
He's a fat slob, is what he is, sir.
Yeah, he needs an enema.
Yeah.
See you later, Neil.
See ya. He's all right. 144. At WIOD. Should I tell a story about how when I was out sick that he went running into a certain management office there crying and whining because some of the stuff that we replayed on the best of tapes where I was ripping the crap out of him? And he was just psychotic. Oh, geez, when Neil's here I get ripped, and when he's not here I'm getting ripped. Grow up, Hank, will you please? Grow up and stop taking yourself seriously because nobody else does. Even the Dolphins don't. We have an open line in the center square in Broward, 524 WIOD, Miami Beach.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we're calling from the National Yiddish Institute.
Uh-huh.
Can you make more use of your Yiddish vocabulary?
Uh-huh.
Coxahois, how's that? One open line in Dade now, 751-9463, 751-WIOD. Hi, Aaliyah.
How you doing? You sound a lot better.
I sound great.
I
feel
Rick
great.
Riley,
I am great, damn it.
We could have used Rick Riley. You know, he could have made himself useful. He could have looked for that cart where you're calling in from the hospital and could have had it on the air before you left.
That must have been pretty good because I've had like 4,000 requests for it.
I haven't heard it. I'm dying to hear it. So I figured since he was there, maybe I can get him to run around looking for it before you left.
Do we have that, George? Does it like exist? Is it on a cart? My call from the hospital? Well, those bozos keep running around all over the place. Let's see if we can't find out from one of them.
Marvin's in Las Vegas. He's the only one who
Marvin's in Las Vegas? Marvin is in Las Vegas?
Hey, Hank don't get there till tomorrow, isn't it?
Doing what? No, seriously, what the hell is Marvin doing in Vegas? No, you mean on vacation?
Getting it ready for Hank.
No, wait a minute. I got to hear about this because I'm missing out on something. These guys keep getting freebies in Mexico. And Ranieri's doing the Bahamas again Friday. What I get to go to a Mount Sinai hospital is what I get. What is this Marvin's in Las Vegas? For what? Brain surgery? You don't know. We don't.
Some station thing.
Some station
for
thing?
Hank. It's for Hank.
What is Hank doing? He's going out to Vegas again?
So he's setting it up for him over there.
That fat fart, they're sending him to Vegas again? He winds up going out and doing KFI in Los Angeles and running to Hollywood Park to the track, and then he gets the tough assignments out in Vegas. What the hell do we get? We get sent for like a colostomy bag on our side up at Mount Sinai. That's what we get.
You know what you got? I think you were set up.
Yeah.
I think you were set up at the hospital. They send all these people that hate your show. Steve Kane sent them down there, and they're the ones that gave you the hard time. It had to be.
Nobody gave me any hard time, I'll guarantee you that.
Listen, the only bad experience I had was at the Loft. But thanks to but wait a minute. To his credit, Mr. Ponytail.
Yeah.
You know, he was all right.
Well, what do you mean you had a bad experience?
Well,
what?
We're sitting there, me and the family, right? I got a 4-year-old kid. You know how kids are, they don't chew everything. So he starts choking on this spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
My wife stands up screaming and yelling, he's choking, screaming her head off. Everybody in the restaurant happens to look at us. He happens to pull the whole spaghetti out, and then all of a sudden a roach comes crawling across the table and she starts screaming,
jeez. Oh, God.
And she started freaking out, and the people around us, they start freaking out because they see this roach running across our table, and
is that the end of the story?
But he was good about it.
I'll bet he was.
You guys don't have to pay. Obviously, like I was going to pay. But I went ahead and I left a tip for the waiter because the waiter was pretty good, and he got us our drinks and all that stuff.
Well, that's unusual because Jeff usually charges like 50 cents extra for the roach. So you got a good deal.
Yeah, but he was okay.
Okay.
All
Have
right,
a great
I'm glad
day.
to see that you're back.
Say goodbye.
And
before you dig the hole any deeper, say goodbye.
I hope your bruise gets better.
Okay.
Good night.
See ya. Oh, man. 148 at WIOD. If you haven't tried the new Silverado Cafe in Davie, it is fabulous. One of the finest restaurants anywhere in Broward County. Start with one of their mouth-watering appetizers like mussels in garlic butter or marinara, or Maryland crab cakes filled with cheddar, or their tremendous Caesar salad. And before the main dish, you might want to try one of their great pasta dish appetizers like Norwegian salmon and dill cream sauce over today's fresh pasta du jour, or pasta primavera, fresh vegetables sautéed in herb garlic and olive oil sauce over pasta. And you can enjoy these before your main dish or also order them as your entree. From the grill, try your choice of fresh fish or meat like individually grilled rack of lamb chops, or New York strip steak, jumbo shrimp, or veal chop, just to name a few. And from the Chef's Corner, try that veal ruska. That's a dish I had a few weeks ago at Silverado. Absolutely one of the most incredible dishes I've ever had in my life. It's layers of veal and cinnamon-spiked eggplant with fresh-cut mushrooms and raisins in a light herbal marinara sauce covered in Monterey Jack cheese. Absolutely mouth-watering. Or crowned yellowtail snapper, or the winemaker's chicken. A tremendous menu, great service, and excellent atmosphere, too. And don't forget, with Father's Day coming up this Sunday, be sure to call today, Silverado, and make reservations. Take Dad over to Silverado because he's absolutely going to love it. 474-9992. That's 474-9992. Silverado is open Tuesday through Sunday for dinner and for lunch, 11:30 to 2:30, Tuesday through Saturday. Again, that number for reservations is 474-9992. The Silverado Cafe. They're at 3528 South University Drive in Davie, between Griffin Road and State Road 84.
Here's 610 WIOD meteorologist Bob Soper.
The arrival of South Florida's hurricane season should remind us that it's a good idea to stay one step ahead of potential severe weather. That's why meteorologist Tom Burst and I utilize state-of-the-art equipment to let you know about any storms developing that may turn into a hurricane before it heads our way, and in plenty of time for you to prepare.
Stay informed. Stay tuned to South Florida's news, traffic, and weather station. News Talk Radio, 610 WIOD. Tonight at 6, it's Sports Talk 610, South Florida's most listened to sports show, followed by Goldberg at Night with Hank Goldberg.
WIOD. She had herself a kid without a hubby. Now she's getting flack from our nutty VP, Murphy Brown. Murphy Brown. Getting down on Murphy Brown. She's just a character on TV.
Why has Dan Quayle started picking on me?
Every time he speaks, his foot gets in the way. Instead of bugging Murph, he should just play golf all day. Quayle's a clown. Get out of town. We're getting down on Murphy Brown. All she did was have a little baby.
You must have something better to do as VP.
Murphy Brown, she's getting down on Murphy Brown. She's just a character on TV.
Hey, Dan Quayle, get a life, you dweeb.
Or get a potato. 153 at WIOD. Here's a lady in Fort Lauderdale.
Hi, not in Fort Lauderdale anymore.
Well, that's okay. You're permitted.
Well, thank you. I wanted to let you know there are just a few women, probably a handful, that do listen to you.
Right, 2 or 3.
Right, me being one. So. I don't know if I'm classy, I know that, but intelligence I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. Your phone is from hunger.
Is it?
Awful.
Really?
The worst.
Well, you kept me on hold listening to those damn commercials, and now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And
Well, at least you're in the car. You can go get some lunch.
That's right, and I'm really counting on this meal. You're not going to call me a bitch when I hang up, are you?
Not yet.
Hey, watch yourself.
Okay.
Have a good day.
See ya. Bitch. 154 at WIOD. Well, she wanted it. You know what I'm saying? She would be disappointed. I don't want to let her down. Hollywood.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Yeah.
That was the first time.
Wait a minute. Jeez, not so loud, okay? The damn board here is hopping up off the thing.
I was first time caller.
Okay.
I just started listening to your radio station about a week and a half ago.
Yes?
Yeah. I just wondered, do you have a low tolerance for pain?
No, I don't.
You don't? It
No, I
sounds
don't.
like you do.
Why is
What
that?
you're talking about what you did in the hospital.
Well, how the hell do you know how much pain I was in or what the hell I went
Well,
through?
I've been in the hospital.
Yeah.
I know. I had my right knee reconstructed.
In addition to which, it wasn't the pain, it was the total experience. It wasn't the pain, it was the experience.
Oh.
And the anxiety, and the psychosis, and the stench, and the heat, and the wind, and the cold, and all the other crap. It's not just the pain.
Yeah. Hey, I got a good way to raise your ratings on your radio station.
Right.
You know the guy you always keep on picking on?
What are you talking about, sir?
This guy you keep picking on, that you're hurting his feelings all the time. He's always coming back at you.
You mean Fat Hank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys go heads up, you know, like on the radio station?
Heads up about what?
Anything. Let's settle it for once and for all.
Let's settle what? What is there to settle? There is nothing to settle. The guy's just a spineless, backstabbing douchebag, okay?
Well, go face to face with
I've
him.
invited him to come in here. I have invited him to come in on the show, but quite frankly, number one, he don't have the balls to show up, and number two, I got nothing to talk to him about.
Well, you can't do nothing about it then.
About what?
If he won't show up.
Right. Have a great life, okay? Oh, God. Seen too many John Wayne movies, that guy, I think. 156 at WIOD, Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How you doing?
Okay.
How were you treated at the hospital?
What kind of a question is that?
Well, you know what happens for a lot of these nurses is that when you're in pain, as soon as you hit the button, okay, they start fumbling through what doctor's on call. Because they usually, when you ask for a painkiller,
yeah,
they got to go through a doctor. And by the time the doctor, calls back and all that good stuff, it's been 3 hours, and so these nurses, they can't do anything.
My problem wasn't mostly with the nurses, okay? The nurses, most of them were fine, and all the the underlings were fine, but the doctors in the hospital, most of them needed a straitjacket.
Well,
they needed mental help.
Most doctors are out in the cafeteria. I mean, all the experience.
I only wish that the ones that came in and got me hysterical would have stayed in the goddamn cafeteria, okay? That would have been a lot better off.
That's where they stay most
That's where
of the
they
time.
belong, okay?
When nurses are trying to find them, they're out in the cafeteria somewhere or in some gurney in some room with one of the nurses anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, great to talk to you, and can I call somebody a douchebag?
Sure, go right ahead, sir. If it's going to make this call any more... Omar?
Omar from Cisco. I want to call him a major
That's not Omar that works at Mount Sinai, is it?
No,
good.
not anywhere near.
Don't go picking on Omar from Mount Sinai.
God forbid that he goes down there, man.
Right.
And Gary also. Gary and Mr. Shortino. That's
okay. Say goodbye.
Great. Goodbye.
See ya. God almighty. Man, these people are just have all this pent-up emotion and psychosis and stuff from their liver, that the bile that they're squeezing out over the phone line. No wonder we got so many crappy connections, man. We got bile on the lines. Sunrise.
I have no faith in doctors.
Let's go to Miami on the Star Line.
Hey, Neil, you going out to Las Vegas anytime soon?
Not that I know of, although everybody else here seems to be getting freebies.
You talked different times about Italian food out there, and the only place we ever found good for Italian food was the Italian Club on Sahara and the Eastern.
Never heard of it.
It's a good club. I talked to a lady out there who's Italian. She said that was the only place in town that was decent, and we went there, and it was real good.
Okay.
It's a small club behind a used car dealer there. It's not fancy, but the food is just excellent.
Okay.
Have a good trip out there when you go.
Thanks.
Take care.
Have a good tip. Okay, let's go to, what are we doing here? George is not putting anybody up. I get what? Well, I thought we just did that. Am I hallucinating? Sunrise?
What?
I thought we just did you.
Me?
You.
No way. I haven't called in 4 months.
Well, thank God. What's up?
Well, call me off guard. I was going to do my little old lady's voice, but so much for that idea.
Yeah, bad idea.
Bad idea?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Well, pig report.
Yeah.
Accident on Atlantic and Federal. They're going to be writing tickets for the next 3 days. B&L wheelchair vehicle ran the light and ran into another car. So they'll be writing tickets there for the next 2 or 3 days because they'll patrol that area extra careful.
Okay.
Have a great day. Yeah.
Well, that did it for me. You put me over the top.
Okay, as long as I can put you over the top and under the table.
Okay, say goodbye. Oh, God. Jeez. Chuck Meyer, by the way, is standing by. I hope he's standing. I don't want you to be sitting down. You need to do a little calisthenics in there before the news. Chuck came in here yesterday. The sweat was pouring off of his fat, undulating body. I'm telling you, this man, I'm worried about him. He's going to be the next one in the hospital in the cardiac unit. He's turning into like a whale in the news industry. He's just gigantic. You need to lose some weight.
At least my stomach isn't purple.
Nice game last night, by the way.
Ooh.
Payphone challenge. Bill Bates, president of the